And here we are in our fifth and final section of our first day back from summer. And in this one, we're going to tackle distribution. So, what is distribution? Well, distribution just means to multiply a single term through every term inside of parentheses. Okay? So, distribution, if you want, you could label it as multiplying. Now, when I look at this 3, we see that this 3 is right outside the parentheses, and there's no symbol in between, so we know from our previous examples that when a number is beside something, it is inherently being multiplied. And since we're multiplying this 3 by the entire parentheses, we have to multiply the 3 by each term on the inside. So I draw my first arrow, and I'll do 3 times negative x. And remember, when there's no visible number in front of an x, there's assumed to be a 1. So what is 3 times negative 1? Well, that's negative 3x. Now I draw my second arrow, and what is 3 times 4? Well, that would be 12, is equal to 42. Now from here, we're back to our two-step equations, and we're simply trying to get the x by itself, and so of course I draw my PEMDAS. I see that the 12 is positive or being added, and I see that my negative 3x is being multiplied. And remember, working from the bottom to the top, we first get rid of the addition, and what is the opposite of plus 12? Well, that would be minus 12. I draw my brick wall, and of course what we do to the left, we have to do to the right. Now we have negative 3x is equal to 42 minus 12, which will in fact be 30. And now, how do we get rid of our multiplication? Well, we know the opposite of multiplying by negative 3 is to divide both sides by negative 3, and we get this. X equals 30 divided by negative 3 will become negative 10. Now I'd ask you to pause the video. I'm going to clear this off, finish taking your notes, and let's move on to our second example. Okay, let's do this. Negative 2, parentheses, 8 minus 2z is equal to, let's do something crazy like 50. Now we see the negative 2 is being multiplied by the parentheses, so we have a negative times a positive, which will give us a negative 16. We have a negative times a negative, which would give us a positive. 2 times 2 would be 4z is equal to 50. And here we've gotten to our PEMDAS in reverse step. And of course we see now that that 16 is not positive, it's negative, and so we are dealing with subtraction and multiplication. Well, how do we get rid of subtraction? What is the opposite of negative 16? Plus 16, plus 16, and now we get 4z is equal to 50 plus 16, which is in fact 66. Now from here, how do we get rid of the 4? Well, we're getting rid of the multiplication by dividing both sides by 4, and we actually get something a little tricky here. I want you to notice we have 66 divided by 4. And if you use your calculator, you'll find 66 cannot be divided by 4. But 66 and 4 can both be divided by 2. And so we want to reduce both of these by 2. So what is 66 divided by 2? Well, that's 33 divided by, we know 4 divided by 2 would be 2, and this improper fraction would be our best answer. Alright? Hey, if you made it through all these examples, you've taken all the notes, you've done fantastic, and I'll let you in on a little secret. The problems at the beginning were weighted with far fewer points than the problems at the end. So as long as you get to the end of this, these problems that you're about to do are worth more, and of course you're going to far excel and outshine your peers who are not making it through the entire lesson. Alright, thank you all so much, and I'll see you guys in our next lesson.